And then the planes crashed. They took my best friend forever. I've known her since I was 3. And they had to take her away from me. I remember when we were 14, she used to help me sneak out of the house. Because my mother used to always get drunk and hit me and even worse. She used to let me sleep over her house to avoid confrontation with my mother. But those planes took my best friend away from me. Now I have nothing. No friends, no home, not even a mother anymore.
Mindy, that is a tragic story. I remember one time when I was a kid, I lost a friend of mine to a car accident, and it took me a long time to get over it. But then I started thinking that my friend would probably not want me to be consumed by his death, and he'd want me to move on.
I need a break.
All right, now, Barbara, I believe there's something you'd like to share with the group?
Yes. Yes, I do. Well, you see, a while back, my father died of pancreatic cancer. And it wasn't such a shock because he'd been suffering from it for months. But, I mean, I was watching my father die for all those months. And it was so heartbreaking because the doctor said that there was no chance of his survival. And then that's when I thought, what's the chance for any of us to have survival? And that's when, you know, I started taking all those pills.
Now, Barbara, what has changed since that time and now?
Well, now I think that all the pressures of life are just in my head. And that the only true thing on this earth is time. And now I'm going to use that time in my life to find true happiness.
Now, this kind of goes back to Mindy's story and how, don't you think this is what your father would have always wanted you to do?
Yes.
Boo-hoo! What sad stories you all have. My best friend died in 9/11. My father died of cancer. How sad.
Excuse me, sir, we don't appreciate talk like that in these meetings.
Well, clearly these people don't know pain if these are the stories they're complaining about.
Well then, sir, why don't you tell us what you had to complain about?
Huh. Well, if you really want to cry, I'll just tell you my story. A few weeks ago, I was at my school, and back at the house, my family were being murdered. I mean, according to what I heard from the police, a man broke in from the back window into my family's room, and he's just looking. I could just imagine him looking at their resting bodies. He had no idea how peaceful they really were, and he knew nothing about them. He just did it. And supposedly, the police report said that he stabbed my father 13 times and my mother 24. I mean, it said that the wounds were not even made to kill them, just to make them suffer. And my little sister Vicky, I can't even say it.
So did they ever catch the man who did this to your family?
No, he's probably still out there, laughing about how he got away with it. Vicky. Little Vicky.
Sir, excuse me, what is your name?
Does it even matter anymore?
Well, maybe this tragic event doesn't have to be considered so terrible. Maybe it happened to change you as a person.
How am I supposed to possibly take this experience and make me a better person?
Think of it as destiny. A divine force wanted your family to die, not because this divine force is cruel, but because it wants you to become a stronger person.
Well then, I have to say, I'm not really that big of a fan of this divine force, but destiny's destiny.
I'm really sorry for your loss. That's one of the most tragic stories I've ever heard. I want you to know if you ever need anything, just call me.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I mean, you talking about happiness and destiny really makes me think that I could go out there and do what makes me happy.
I hope you find happiness.
Thank you. Maybe I'll see you around?
Yeah.